If you are curious to know what bodybuilders like Arnold and other modern era bodybuilders ate to get lean during the competitions, stay tuned till the end.
The golden era was filled with greats like Arnold, Dave Draper, Franco Colombo, and Frank Zane. But what was their secret to staying lean all year around while also gaining muscle throughout the year?
Back in 1970s, Venice gym bodybuilders only ate steak and eggs for several weeks to cut up and get absolutely shredded for the competitions. I don't know how on earth we got to this conclusion that steak and eggs makes you fat.
Big steak, scrambled eggs.
6 eggs over each.
The big steak, and I want a tuna omelet.
And a tuna omelet.
Yeah.
Oh, look what he's eating. He's eating 3 hamburgers in one shot. Oh, God, well, who are there's these gladiators? I mean, they couldn't figure it out who we were, you know? And we love that kind of a scene, you know, to shock people.
The steak and eggs diet has been used over the last 50 years by the bodybuilders to get rid of that extra fat and get lean before the competition. Back in 1968, during the Mr. Universe competition, Arnold lost to much leaner and much smaller Frank Zane, despite the fact Arnold had more musculature and was much bigger in size. Arnold lost because he lacked the conditioning Frank Zane had on the stage. That was the first and last time Frank Zane beat Arnold in a bodybuilding competition. So this really started a trend and set the bar higher for Arnold. Okay, if we want to win these competitions, we have to be in the better condition. After losing the competition, Arnold's mentor Joe Weider sent him to Vince Gironda's gym so that he can get rid of the excess body fat. And Vince Gironda was a famous trainer back in 1950s to 1990s, and Vince Gironda was the firm believer of steak and eggs diet, and he immediately put Arnold on the same diet to get him in the best shape of his life. After that day, Arnold has never lost a bodybuilding competition for lack of conditioning.
So these bodybuilders were very proud at the gym, at Vince Gironda's gym, because he had recently won the Mr. America competition. And as a matter of fact, many movie stars, many famous people walked in and out of Vince Gironda's gym. One of them was Peter Lupus, who was a famous movie star, and Apollo Creed from Rocky. But Larry Scott was one of the most famous, by far the most famous bodybuilder who trained with Vince, because he was the winner of first 2 Mr. Olympia competition. Everybody knew him. He was like a poster boy of all the gyms in United States of America. So there were many other famous bodybuilders too who trained with Vince, and one of them was Don Haworth, and he was really well known for his big deltoids. He had massive shoulders. So let's break down what Don used to eat during his days at Vince Gironda's gym. 200 pounds of meat, 1/4 whole milk, 1/4 heavy whipping cream, and 36 whole eggs. So that's basically, let's break down the macros. That's basically 474 grams of protein, 70 gram carbs, 606 grams fat, and that is 7,714 calories, and that is 25% protein from these calories, 4% carbs, and 71% fat. So that basically is a low carb, high fat and moderate protein diet, also called ketogenic diet. So this is the diet which was used back in the days at Vince Gironda's gym. This was the diet many bodybuilders were using during the golden era of bodybuilders. So these golden era bodybuilders were using high fat diet, meaning they were using fat as an energy source rather than carbs, which makes you bloated and causes water retention.
The golden era bodybuilders would eat steak or meat which is closest to the bones or fatty pieces compared to the bodybuilders we see today who are relying heavily on lean meat like chicken breast. It was believed that meat closest to the bones, meat with higher fat content, has more vitamins and minerals, which is true. It's interesting because this belief goes back to the Middle Ages where rulers would eat bony pieces and pass on the breast to the peasants.
Now, a lot of you will think it's lot of calories. Yes, it is, but Don was a pro bodybuilder and his appetite was really big. You don't have to eat 7,000 calories. You just have to eat according to your appetite. Now, the best thing about this low carbohydrate, high fat diet is you always eat according to your appetite. You just cannot overeat eggs. You just cannot overeat meat. You just cannot overeat fats. Try doing that and you will just simply puke. It's impossible to overeat fats. And honestly speaking, it's very interesting. I am on this diet since last couple of years and it has helped me gain a lot of musculature and lose that excess fat, but that's not the main reason I'm on this carnivore high fat low carb diet. The real reason is all my sugar cravings have subsided. All my cravings for carbohydrates have subsided. I was a big sugar addict back in the days when I was in college, and all those cravings have subsided now. If this video added any value in your life, hit like, share, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button down there.